They want to tell me. They want to tell me. So I come back with that and say, no, I give you my promise that I will not tell anyone unless I believe they need to hear that to help you in this situation, in what has happened. I have had a few close down, say, then I'm sorry, I cannot tell you, and walk away. I have never had one not come back to me later. Whether it was at the beginning of the week or later in the week, then they came back, or in the semester, or in the church, or whatever. They want to share it. But I will not give them that. But most of the time, they'll put their head down, they'll think for a minute, and then say, okay, but you just can't let people know. I'm not gonna, I promise you. No one's gonna know about what you're gonna share with me, except for if somebody needs to know to help you greater. And that is very important. This thing about confidence, so here we are equipping everyone to do biblical counseling at Ann Arbor Baptist Church. And I pray that you will, that this will be a night that fruit will remain from this. But we need to be very careful about this point. Don't be thinking that you're hearing stuff and you're the only one that should hear that. No. That is not right. Pastor, do you have any comments or anything else you want to tell your flock? Because I don't want to leave and say, man, you really hurt us. So no, I know you should never promise confidentiality. Pastor, anything else you want to share with that?
I have nothing to add to that. No.
Okay. All right, that's great. Let's go to number 5, and then we'll take a break. This is a good one. Speak the truth in love. By listening intently and showing, I always struggle with word I want. I put down the word compassion, but would you, because there's a little space underneath it, I think this word is really what you want. And showing warmth on your face and in your tone. Who has Ephesians 4:15? Someone's got Ephesians. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead. Real loud.
But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ.
All right. Say that first part of that verse again. One more time. Ephesians 4:15.
But speaking the truth in love.
Thank you. Speaking the truth in love. Now, let me tell you something. I'm a pretty intense guy. You can see that from the few times you've heard me preach. And I'm very aggressive and I'm very intent. And sometimes I can intimidate a counselee because I'm just ooh, I'm so. They know they got my attention, but sometimes I can be too intense. And I got to tell you something. People are not going to open up to you if they don't sense warmth and compassion. Now, there are people in this room that have the spiritual gift of prophecy. Not that you can foretell the future, but that you can take a situation and you're extremely discerning and you're very black and white. And you can look at a situation and you can go, I know what your problem is. But I will tell you, you will never help somebody if they do not sense warmth and compassion from you while you're talking with them. And gang, we're not talking about hundreds of hours. We're talking about tens of thousands of hours of counseling. And I'm not saying I've done it really well. I think this is an area that this has been a difficult, because I'm very intense and aggressive. Like I'm going okay, but why didn't you do this or something like that? And they go I don't know why I didn't. I think our time's done now. I'm ready to leave, Pastor. Okay, so there has to be. You've got to speak the truth, but you got to do it in what? Everyone together. You do. And listen to the wording. It is good. Speak the truth in love. And I love this, guys. By listening intently. I was telling you, I was born and raised in Bluefield Hills. I have an aunt and uncle over in Commerce Lake. Uncle Carl. Well, Uncle Carl ran a huge plumbing and heating company in Detroit for years. But you know what he does now? He does negotiations for auto workers, for plumbing and heating unions, and he's a negotiator. And I got to tell you something about Uncle Carl. He said, why God gave us 2 of these and 1 of these. And I want to say this too, and I found this to be very true. You know who the greatest communicators are? You say, well, so you're a good communicator. Let me tell you something. The best communicators aren't those that are skillful with this. The best communicators are those that are good listeners. The more you listen to people, the more you know what to say. And I want to tell you something, counselors. I think sometimes we want to get to the answer of what they need to do, and we're not listening. By the way, you don't listen just with your ears, do you? You listen with these. Oh man, body language is amazing in counseling. Okay, so you ask them a question and they do this. Well, okay, they're holding something in. You ask them a question and you talk to them about a part of their life and they put their head down. Whoa, there's guilt and shame. You look, they get tense or they open up. They start opening up and oh, this is good. And so there's a lot of things that you are listening to, not just what they're saying in the ears. By the way, tone of voice. We say more by the tone of voice than we say by our words and how you say it. When you're counseling somebody, you're picking up all of this. Listen to this. Speaking the truth in love by listening intently and showing warmth or compassion on your face and in your tone. And I'm telling you, nobody needs that one more than the guy that's speaking to you right now. We really, as we counsel people, they need to know they really want to help me. And some of you guys are very discerning, but you're not too warm. And you could really help someone if you spoke the truth in love as well. Okay, let's take a 5-minute break. And if any of you got any comments or questions about 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, come and see me. We'll take a 5-minute break. Is that okay, Pastor?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right, turn me off.